everybody, and welcome back. It's me, Cyber Warrior, and as it's Cyber Awareness Month, I know I didn't do a video yesterday, and it's a little late today, but that's all right. I wanted to get this out for you guys. So to make up for not doing one yesterday, there's actually two things I want to go over. So the first is when you're doing work on a company computer, so whether that's a laptop at home or even in the office, whatever the case may be. There's two things you want to be aware of. One, you signed an acceptable use policy, meaning that if they tell you it is for work only and only work, keep in mind that that's the purpose. So you should not be using work computers to check personal email, to be downloading files for personal use, to be playing games, anything like that. And that's for two reasons. The first is it is against their AUP 9 times out of 10. And the second reason is you can actually damage company property. So regardless of whether or not you have anti-malware or anything like that on there, there's always ways to bypass it. So you put the corporate property at risk. Okay. Secondly, as it's corporate property, they have the right to scan and search those computers as long as it's within their policy that you were supposed to have read and signed. So if you have personal information on there, if you're talking bad about the company, whatever the case may be, all that is monitored, all right, or can be. So be aware of that. Also, being on a corporate network, if they have certain firewalls in place where you think it's okay to be going on your bank, to be going to Facebook, to Gmail, whatever the case may be, some of your companies out there can actually monitor all that traffic. Even though it says it's secure, there are new firewalls out that allow for that traffic to be inspected. And if that's the case, that doesn't mean you're safe, okay? So you risk, whether it be an IT guy or system administrator, if you have an insider threat in your company, they can actually take advantage of these things. So I want you to be aware of that because they're for the safety of the company, but as we know, people can do things that are wrong. So for your own protection, do not put personal information on these computers. Only use them for work purposes. Now, moving on to other matters. When you're on your home network, all right, so this is where you should be doing personal business, is on your home computers. It is best to use a VPN. Now, I'm not going to tell you what's the best VPN out there. They all have their pros and cons, and it's going to take some research to figure out which one you truly want to use. However, me personally, I like, trying to keep things as, collaborative as possible. Like if I can get everything all in one, that's how I operate. It just saves me a little bit of money sometimes. So, I use something like Bitdefender. Now, I don't do it for the privacy of, I don't want my traffic to be logged. And that's, for some people, that part of privacy is a big deal. I do it just so I have more security between my computer and the distant end. Again, if you're looking for privacy and things of that nature, you can go into things like Tor and your Proton VPN and your different private ones that aren't supposed to log communications. But this is more just for security and privacy between your endpoint and the distant endpoint, not for Overwatch or anything like that. So those are the two big things I want to cover. And again, like I said, on work computers, you sign an acceptable use policy, which means that computer should only be used for work. All right. There's a lot of problems with work these days with ransomware and everything else going around. Sometimes that email does not come to your corporate email. It comes to your personal email, and you open it on a corporate computer. So don't be a risk to your company. Don't be a risk to your personal computer. Keep track of all this stuff. All right. Don't be downloading games and music and movies and things like that on company assets, because they belong to the company and you can be held liable for anything that goes wrong. So that is your National Cyber Awareness Month video for the day. I hope it covers yesterday's video, or yesterday that I missed, and today's. If you have any questions, you have any comments, go ahead, feel free, leave them below. Go ahead on my subreddit. I'm looking for ideas. So r/Cyber Warrior Studios. You can send me a message on there. And finally, go ahead and, if you really enjoy the channel, go ahead, hit subscribe and hit that bell. Share these videos around. Let people know what to do and what not to do. And finally, if you want to support me, I always have a Patreon. So all links to get a hold of me are down below. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.